But my rejection came with a very nice handwritten note from Will Shortz, the editor, which I guess is enough to make me qualified to give you some advice on how to solve this thing. And my first piece of advice is do a lot of puzzles. And I know you're thinking, really, that's your big advice is I'll get better with practice. But I want you to do this because I want you to get familiar with the words that puzzle creators love, because I want these to be the first ones that pop into your head when you start doing this puzzle. Now, like the weird, obscure, crosswordy words, these have fallen out of favor. You won't see those as much, but you're still going to see common words that have lots of vowels and other common letters, because these are the ones that are easy for puzzle creators to fit into the grid. And so if you see a reference to a palm or a berry, I want your first thought to be acai. If there's talk about a card game, your mind should go to Uno. Any talk about a fish, you should immediately go to eel, maybe ahi, but eel. And any type of musical instrument, think about oboe. Do this, and you're going to have a pretty good head start. The next tip I have is look for agreement between the clue and the answer. These two things tend to agree in terms of the type of speech that they are, whether they are singular or plural, the tense, whether they contain abbreviations, slang, that sort of thing. And so here, for instance, dreams is plural, and therefore the answer, record deals, is also going to be a plural noun. Prepared is a past tense verb, and that's why the answer here is hid. It's not hide or hiding. Groups is kind of a strange abbreviation, right? But that's a hint that the answer here, PTAs, is also going to be an abbreviation. And here the clue is paradisiacal, not paradise, and that's why the answer here is Edenic instead of Eden. And you can use this to your advantage. Like here, maybe I don't know the answer to most beloved, but that most is a pretty good sign that this is going to end in EST because it's a superlative. And here, sites is plural. This clue is probably going to end in S, and maybe that gives me a head start on that down answer. The other tip I have is watch out for double meanings. This is a common misdirection that puzzle creators like to throw at you, where a word in a clue you think is going to mean one thing, and it actually means another. And a sign that this is going to happen is when there is a question mark in the clue. So here, yellow slippers, we're not talking about the things that you wear on your feet. We're talking about things you might slip on, and that's how you end up with banana peels. Strips in a club is not strips the verb and club the place. It's strips the noun and club the sandwich, and that's how you end up with bacon.